Avast ye scurvy dogs, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command, Orion Pirates Plus Mod. I am Admiral Derek, the light cruiser Bread Beast, as we continue our campaign against the Tiger Heart Cartel, and although it shows them to have 6 tiles, this is in fact a lie. Unfortunately, on the cartel view, the map doesn't really update properly, so in fact, they have 4 tiles as we hold this planet and station from them. So things last time did not end quite as well as we would hope. We ended up getting ourselves into a bit of a situation where we had to fight an X-type destroyer in a convoy assault mission, and that did not go well for us. The G2 phasers are just incredibly powerful, and we struggled with them. But we did manage to escape, which is grand and wonderful. So let's continue to press out to see if we can't do some damage, and hopefully not run into any more X-type destroyers, at least until we manage to somehow rebuild our cash reserves so we can buy a better ship. Flying a missile boat, well, not even a very good missile boat to be perfectly honest, against the Hydrants is always an interesting lesson. So, but we have run into a DWX frigate. That's excellent. We have pretty much no chance of actually catching up to this Enigma target right here, a random DWX that has been shut down. By the time we get there, it will have exploded. So instead, we're going to focus on taking out the Lyrans. We're going to prep our scatter pack and wait for the power to come back to us. Once the phaser capacitor is fully charged, we are currently zapping quite a bit of energy for it. 2, 4, 6, 12 points of energy because phaser X's require double energy to actually charge. And once that goes away, oh, we have so much power. We're going to dart right on in here. If we can get right on top of him, he should not shoot us. Although, I do believe that when we spawn in this location, on this spawn point, the AI does not get quite so fixated on the random Enigma target and actually does engage relatively openly. And yeah, that looks exactly what it's doing. He is heading our way, so we can probably expect a little bit of a duel against him. We are starting to come in. Unfortunately, we did swap out 4 medium missiles. They're cheaper, a lot cheaper. In terms of cost effectiveness, medium missiles beat out fast missiles every single time. The only thing the fast missiles do better is if you're on a small ship that only has 3 missile launchers like we do, it actually does turn out pretty nicely. Wow, a lot of accurate fire, mostly because we didn't have our electronic countermeasures set up. So we're going to do that, and then fire the missiles and turn. And obviously we want to pull out the distance a little bit. He is equipped with 2 expanding sphere generators, which does make him very dangerous in close combat. Our first scatter pack is ready to go. We're going to start prepping another one just in case. I don't really anticipate needing to use it, and that's what I was hoping for. So he did deploy his Wild Weasel, and so they can do that. And now this, and fire that. He's currently sitting on a double attack ship. Wow, he's pumping in the power into his defensive systems, which I can't really blame him. But wow, that's a lot of screw you, isn't it? All right, I'm going to try and not get too close to him. I do not want him to proc his expanding sphere generator. He did anyway. Okay, that'll be an interesting result. We're just going to fire a couple of phaser shots into him. We're not overloading yet, and I think that did take out 3 missiles. We'll dump. Oh, come on, shoot the missile launcher. There we go. This will pincer him quite nicely, although he does have phaser X's in the stern, but the AI does not like to use them, and he shouldn't have a Wild Weasel. Fingers crossed. There we go. Getting some hits on in here. Set the phasers to overload. We're going to start doing some long-range sniping here. If we can knock out that tractor beam, he'll be in a pretty weakened position. We do need to slow way down because we currently have no energy to do, well, charge the phaser capacitor, which is pretty important actually right now. Another scatter pack is ready to go. I'm not going to use it yet. I do want to see if I can't bait him out using another Wild Weasel, which will make things a lot easier. Let's keep the engine patch. Surprisingly, that engine patch was not the result. We need to fix ourselves. Will you be able to stop that? Oh, not. Okay. No, you won't be stopping that at all. So that'll be 2 more missiles right in it, and we've started to get cascade failures on his tractor beam. Excellent. Continue to long-range plinking fire with the phaser X's. We are actually doing pretty good on the phaser capacitor. He's still holding on to that, which is important because it does mean that he's wasting a point of power into holding that. And, well, his tractor beam has already started to fail. So that actually works out really nicely for us. He does still have the expanding sphere generator. I'm kind of surprised he's not using it. Oh, no, he's got a catastrophic failure on there. 3 more missiles right on into him. If he doesn't have a shuttle base, so he's basically done meat here. Although he did activate expanding sphere generator just in time. He was attempting to protect himself, which he did. He absolutely managed to protect himself from that salvo. Unfortunately, we're in a really nice position here. We're just going to lay everything we got into him, and that does take him out. That'll be a mission complete. The AI target, or the random Enigma target, already destroyed, so we can't really get to it to take it over. But such is life. Sadly, you can't always get them, especially not in that spawn position. The other spawn position, where the AI is fixated on it, That works out a lot better, but not that one. So we'll pop over here. Yeah, there's a planet there that we're going to have to deal with. So supplies, I need 45 points of damage fixed, and a single repair part. I'm not going to reload the missiles just yet. We didn't use too many of them. So with any luck, we're not going to suddenly find ourselves in a situation where we desperately need every single salvo. So red alert, increase speed. Again, we've spawned in the aggressor position. Not super happy about that, to be perfectly honest, because it makes it a little bit difficult. Although he's an MPX. He's a military police vessel. Okay, so not as concerned as I was just a little while ago. So we're just going to actually just increase the speed of time. I'm not even going to prep a scatter pack for this one. If I'm right on this, and I'm pretty sure I'm right on this, his MPX is not a danger to us at all. So we're going to go on maximum speed. He's zigzagging back and forth. You shouldn't have any kind of, any sort of pseudo-frigate ability. You should be too small for that. I could be wrong, but I don't think that I am. He's getting long-range accurate fire on us. I'm not going to spend the time or invest in the defenses. So range of 20, we're going to pop these out and immediately start to turn away. Just to see what he does with it. He does have his 2 expanding sphere generators, so he's not helpless. He does have a disruptor and a pair of expanding sphere generators. So that does make him pretty decent. I'm going to slow down a little bit, and there's the wild weasel. I just do not understand why the AI has been doing that. I'm going to circle on in here then. I'm also going to take the opportunity. We're going to go with 4 and 2, just so we have the energy into it. And that'll give me a little bit of defense as I come on in here. And, oh, we might actually time this pretty decently. Hi, you've just fired most of your missiles, and you've already used your wild weasel, so I should be able to... Nope, you used your expanding sphere generator at just the right time. That stopped the missile barrage, so very well planned on your part. However, he has lost 1 shield. 2 other shields are down to the red route, and he's already started to get his expanding sphere generator shocked. Now, that's not entirely shocking, haha, but the expanding sphere generator is pretty vulnerable to damage because of its position on the ship, I assume. So we're just sort of pumping damage into him now. 26 plus 10, not too bad at all. Our missiles are about to come back online, so we're going to have to swing outside of our range of 1, and we have easily done that. He's only doing speed of 9.5, which makes him extra vulnerable to it. He might have a wild weasel. He did tractor beam 1, and that's 2 good hits. Catastrophic failure, and the whole system goes up in smoke. And another successful little raiding mission. This time he didn't manage to get through the shield. Unfortunately, the game will tax me for it anyway. I don't know why it does it. It's only for the pirates that it does it, and it's a little bit frustrating. So we're going to pop back over here and get a little bit of repair work. High supplies, 38 damage apparently. And we're going to go right back out and continue to try and deal damage. A convoy raid is not what we want. Oh boy, we do not want a convoy raid, especially not with low magazines, which we're kind of low on magazines at this point. So we've got a single freighter over there, a single freighter, another freighter. We've got a couple of armored freighters, which is always a frustrating thing to deal with. According to the fleet screen, you are an HS. I don't know what that means, and I haven't updated my campaign to the most recent version, so there are quite a few ships that still have missing names. I will do that in between seasons because I figure there's 4 tiles left. How much longer could this possibly go? Actually, to be honest, this could go a very long time. So Leaf, have we seen the escort yet? I'm really hoping that it's not a destroyer. We kind of need it not to be a destroyer. By destroyer, I'm of course talking an X-type destroyer. It is a DWL. Okay, that'll definitely work for me. So we'll prep up a scatter pack. How many missiles do I got on the tubes? We're looking at 3 right now, plus 15 in the magazine. I want another scatter pack, so really we're looking at 9. That's not great. Oh, not gonna lie, that is not tremendous. Hi, what's our speed of time? Oh, okay. We can increase it. No reason not to, quite frankly. You're not coming for me. It's just a whole bunch of armored freighters. Oh, armored freighters are the worst, because they actually defend themselves in a fairly effective manner. Let's get the forward shield reinforcement going. Let's also get the power. 4 and 1 at this point, because that's all you seem to be investing into that. And that's quite a bit of disruptor fire. We're going to launch our missiles from long range. Scatterpack isn't quite ready yet, although by the time we curl on in, our missiles should be regenerated, possibly. No, not quite. Although if you wild weasel by the time the weasel is done with, we should be able to have an advantage here. I am trying to drag him in. Yep, there he goes. Wild weasel right there. So what I should do at this point is just go wolf among the hens and wipe out as many of these ships as possible. So we're going to set up, well, all of our firepower right now. I knew I wouldn't be able to break it, but I had to try. And now we are in the middle of, like, everything. Fire all of these. Hopefully, no, that That prompted the Wild Weasel response that I was kind of hoping wouldn't happen. And he did deploy his expanding sphere, both of his expanding sphere generators. Interesting. That I would view as a mistake. For quite a few reasons, but the main one being that I'm just going to run that dry. You are not going to get an accurate shot on me with that. Let's go reinforce all, just because I'm not going to be able to control the angle that all of these ships attack me in. So we're going to swoop in on here. I'm going to wait for his ESG to basically burn down. Yeah, that keeps him protected long enough for another Wild Weasel to be readied, but I need to do what I can do. So phasers only, I just want to open him up a bit. That didn't deal nearly as much damage as I wanted. Now I'm going to set missiles to 1 missile. 1, 2, and that Wild Weaseled. That's always an annoying response. Hi, you're getting a missile, just because. I do not like these convoy escort missions. They're so frustrating to work with. Mainly because I've got other priorities, but I have to kill him too, which is really annoying. So let's dump you. That's probably not going to work. You are passing right on top of him, so I am assuming your point defense system. You've already tried, but pop right now, and I'll be very, very happy. Now tell me he doesn't have a Wild Weasel, I'll be even happier. 1, 2, grabbed. He's trying to increase speed, that's not going to get him away. So we've got quite a few hits in here. And now we've got some phasers in, plus more missiles. Hi, escort, you're not dead yet, but you're about to be. Let's keep on top of repairs, because we kind of need to be. There we go. That's what we were looking for. It just took a frustrating amount of firepower. I need to fix this X phaser and this X phaser because, geez, this is going to be annoying. Because we now have a limited time limit of actually killing all these people, and one of these freighters is equipped with quite a bit of heavy firepower. So now we need to, well, I'll fire 1 missile at you. Wait for it to come online. He's doing a speed of 6.1, which is kind of interesting. Got 2 missiles out. Unfortunately, that might trigger the Wild Weasel. I'll fire a missile at you. May as well. Just get them out of the tubes, get them going. We're down to 1 more load of missiles, which kind of sucks, because we're not the best phaser boat out there. I mean, we'd like to be, but we're not. So let's see what this does. Oh, that got through. Okay, that'll be nice. We'll clean him up later then, I guess. Increase speed to full power. Just full energy. I need to get out ahead of this convoy. We need to get out ahead of the convoy to kill this convoy. As we're coming by, I'm going to fire 1 missile. Yeah, that was the Wild Weasel. Those missiles ought to kill you. That got you. Alright, very nice. We need to get up here to the front. Unfortunately, we're still taking damage because of frustration. And our point defense system, I do think, should be able to handle this, hopefully, with any luck. It is a little bit dented, but not too badly. So we'll nail you with those, which has still not affected your speed, so you're still flying happy and fast. And I'm going to come along to you to the FTR-1. Wait for our heavy phasers to get back online. Now we need to slow down because we're not going to have enough energy in our phaser X's to actually make a full strike on him. Oh, we did. Okay. And we managed to dent him pretty decently. Unfortunately, we haven't killed him. Let's increase our speed. We're just going to sit here, and this is the plan. Hi, are you directly behind me? You are. So we're going to drop a mine. That'll cause him to start going nuts with his pathfinding. That's pretty much the only reason we did it. Once again, all the phasers, kill me one of these big ships. Okay, first armored freighter down. Unfortunately, there goes our forward shield, which is not great. We were getting too close. Also, we still have our shield set to 360 defense, which is not grand. Apparently, you are not going to fly through that. That's annoying. You were supposed to. Alright, so we're going to slowly turn around in here. Try not to reveal our nose to him, and then, there we go. That's another one down. We're just basically saying you shall not pass this line. If you do, well, we're going to have to chase after you and try and hopefully kill you. It's not easy to do, especially because you're armored freighters, so you're pretty tough. You're not as armored. You are the lower flight level, but it does mean that you have quite a few phasers, which you're going to try and break into me. Slow down, all phasers. Cause as much damage as we can. Try for a classic Federation firing pass, even though we're not the Federation, or even an Orion Pirate faction. We're down to 3 freighters. How long until I actually have until you all get off the board? We're getting close to the edge of the board. Okay. Fortunately, this one is limping, and this one, I think we got him. We might not, but I think we've got him. Should set my shields to all forward, because at this point, we're killing time. So we're going to line you up, get you nice and close, phaser set to overload, forward shield is down, which does, of course, kind of suck, especially because we lost a phaser. All of our phasers didn't even fire, which is always annoying because he stunned the system offline. Hi, I need you to actually die. How are you still not dead? You have taken everything that I can throw at you, and you are still chugging along. Please die. There we go. On to this last FT3. He will also have a fairly decent defense. I need to fix 2 Phaser X. Oh, no, that's an AMD. I don't need you. I don't need you. They don't have any real defenses against me. Can we get that forward shield repaired, please? So that I'm not, like, staring down the barrel of their Phaser 2s. And for that to happen, gosh darn it. I really don't have much of a choice. We're running out of map left, so we have to get in there to hit him as hard as we can. Unfortunately, it hurts to do it. Yeah, we're getting pretty close. I just need you to die just a little bit faster. And the Phaser X's ought to do it, I hope. Fingers crossed. No, they didn't. That did. Okay, on to the last freighter, who is way back here. We'll increase the speed of time to the maximum. I also need to patch this because it got dented. I'm going to go with a full patch job just in case. You never know. I mean, I don't think I'll need it, but we'd like to keep ourselves in relatively healthy shape. Forward shields being reinforced as much as we can. I'm not going to kick on the engine doubling. There's no reason to do that. But there is going to be a bit of a repair bill when we get back to base, which is not grand, but we will deal. Thankfully, this is definitely one of the old... It's the big, weak freighter. It's not well defended. It carries a lot of stuff, but it doesn't have a lot of structural protection. So we should be able to kill it relatively easy. One would hope. Let's start to slow down. Oh, I had forgotten that we had done this. Shut that off. Shut that off. We don't need it. Especially not with how badly he's hurt. Didn't kill him, unfortunately. I think the Phaser 3s might be able to wipe him out. After all, most of his ship is slag at this point. Yeah, there we go. So successful convoy mission. Just a little bit of a frustrating one, but that's pretty par for the course. Out of missiles. We will automatically regenerate, I think, back up to 2 salvos. But it will keep us relatively light. 328 prestige for our troubles puts us up to 930, but it's still not enough to actually afford anything good. Because if we look around, how much is my ship actually worth? It's worth 984 also. So if I were to buy this, I'd get another 700. I could buy a 1500 ship. I could buy this. This would be 2 fusion beams and an ESG. Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do against Hydrons. You want to get right on top of them. I'm just not seeing a whole ton of options in that range. Maybe if we had another 200? Yeah, we could afford the quad Hellbore, which would be awesome. But we are slightly out from being able to afford that. Are we? Ooh. What the heck? Let's give it a shot. Buy you? No. No, that's not going to work. Because then we'll sell it. We'll be at 15. I was right the first time. I made a mistake. It's a diplomatic mission too. Fix you. I won't trade you in yet. I may as well take you on this mission, but we are forced to go on a diplomatic mission. If worse comes to worse, we can always just flee. So ready? That's what we ended up buying. Wow. Wow. Alert condition yellow. Maximum power. I should have traded you in. Oh, that's just cash monies that we cannot afford. How much energy do I currently have? That's not quite enough to get me there. So this is the conference planet, and it is defended by an X-type heavy cruiser and an X-type DA, which I do believe is an attack destroyer of some description. Beautiful planet, but still, we're going to have an issue. There is only one way you're getting through this mission, and that is full power. I will probably fire missiles, and that's it. Yup, we're just going to have to run for it. I don't have a cloaking device on board. I'm 90% certain I don't have a cloaking device. Yeah, I don't have... Oh, do I? I don't think so. Anyway, we're just going to have to zip on through here. Hi. Back off. Please back off. The XCA. Oh, goodness. You're big. You're very big. I'm very much relying on my point defenses. Oh, let's see here. Can I get a stern shield reinforcement to the max? I have no energy to put into it, but hey, maybe it'll give me something. Still not on the speed of time. Just because we're zooming in towards the planet. Hi, who's chasing me at this point? Oh, good. They're going to go and try and kill my friend. All right, so we spent 200-something prestige so we could, well, basically get a free shot in here. That's actually not too terrible. It's only slightly annoying because we're not going to be able to afford much out of this. So we're going to zip on in here to the conference planet. Get ready for drive-by diplomacy. And range of 10, we have to get within a little bit closer than this. In fact, shut off the camera lock so I can just guide myself in by this. Don't want to hit the planet. You are beamed. And now we're just going to zip on along. Yeah, hopefully we don't get too close. Range of 2. But according to this, we should be starting to pull away. 2.2, 2. Yep, we're pulling away now. Still being chased by the interceptors. Where is my buddy? Oh, the crow has been destroyed. So maximum speed, we're just out of here. The crow bought us time to accomplish the mission, and that's all that matters. And now we'll just zip off the map as fast as we please with the diplomat delivered. In terms of accomplishing this mission, I think that was pretty helpful, honestly. If we hadn't had the crow, we would have gotten into one heck of a duel. But thankfully we did have the crow, and so we could just slip on by while they tried to kill the crow. So all in all, I'm calling that as a win. See how much prestige that's worth. It's like 180, I think, so we actually lost money on this mission. Oh, it's just 100. We lost even more. Well, that's going to do it for today's episode. Putting the pressure down on this tile. We are steadily whittling it down, although it's taking quite a bit of effort on our part. And eventually we're going to have to come over here. This is going to be the real gem to finally take that. Maybe we'll get enough cash to buy a new ship. Something bigger, more powerful. Really, we're looking something in the 2,000 range. Apparently this is one of our ships. Like, this is what we are, although not quite. Pretty similar, actually. But yeah, we definitely want something that's not quite so ammunition dependent, especially not that can be shot down. Anyway, I've been Tarek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to see a notification every time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.